Hello traders and welcome back to another analysis video. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting in a very interesting position, trading just above a key higher time frame support level of 108,000. If this level gets broken, it could easily trigger the next major bearish leg toward this strong order block around 100,000 to 95,000 level. However, as long as this key support holds, the chance for a bullish move is still very much on the table. In today's video, we'll be covering both the fundamentals and the technicals, breaking down exactly what's happening with Bitcoin right now, the key levels you should be watching, and how the Quantum Trend, Quantum Smart Tool, Blockforce, and AQ Pro MACD indicators are aligning across multiple timeframes. Before we dive into the analysis, make sure to like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. We post daily Bitcoin and crypto videos with precise analysis. Also, keep in mind, our Signals group is available only for our premium members. To become a premium member, all you need to do is purchase the AQ Pro indicator, which is now available for only $1. Once you make the purchase, you'll immediately get an invite to our premium group, where we share all our live trade setups and updates in real time. And the best part is, it even comes with a 3-day risk-free access, so you can test everything out and see the results for yourself before committing fully. Alright, let's dive straight into the market news and find out what's driving Bitcoin's current reaction. Looking back at last Friday's inflation data, the CPI numbers actually came out better than expected, showing that price growth in the US is finally starting to slow down. Forecasts for the core CPI month-to-month were sitting around 0.3%, but the actual figure came in lower at 0.2%. The broader CPI, which was expected at 0.4%, printed 0.3%. And even the year-over-year number cooled slightly to 3.0% instead of 3.1%. So overall, Friday's report pointed to easing inflation, and the market immediately took that as bullish for Bitcoin and bearish for the US dollar. The reason is simple. When inflation slows, traders start expecting the Federal Reserve to ease up on interest rates, and that usually weakens the dollar while making risk assets like Bitcoin more attractive. We actually saw Bitcoin respond quickly right after Friday's news, bouncing sharply and pushing back above this key support zone on the weekly chart. Buyers clearly stepped back in to defend the level, helping Bitcoin close the week firmly above that major support area following the CPI release. Now the focus shifts to this Wednesday, when the Federal Reserve will announce its new federal funds rate decision and release the FOMC statement, followed by a press conference about 30 minutes later. At the moment, markets are pricing in a small rate cut, from 4.25% down to 4.00%. This event is extremely important, because the softer inflation data from Friday has increased the odds of a cut. But at the same time, much of that optimism is already priced in. So, if the Fed decides to pause instead of cutting, we could see a sharp reaction in the opposite direction. The dollar may strengthen while Bitcoin pulls back as traders unwind their early short bullish bounce. On the other hand, if we do get an actual rate cut, Bitcoin could see a short-term rally and the dollar may weaken further, at least initially. But as always, the real direction tends to come during the press conference, when Chair Jerome Powell explains the Fed's outlook. If his tone sounds dovish, meaning he hints at more easing ahead, then the rally in Bitcoin could extend further. But if his tone comes off hawkish, suggesting they'll move carefully and keep the door open for future hikes, we might see the dollar recover and Bitcoin retrace after that initial spike. So, moving down to the daily time frame, you can see that price is currently respecting the 108,000 support level right here, and this level has been holding quite well over the past few days. Now, looking ahead into the coming weeks, if the AQ Pro MACD indicator begins to show the classic line crossing above the signal line, just like we had in the previous setup over here, then we could likely see Bitcoin enter another short-term bullish move. Notice how, in the past, when the classic line crossed above the signal line and that green dot appeared, price immediately reacted with a short-term push to the upside. So if we see the same thing happening again, and this 108,000 support zone continues to hold, then we might experience another short-term bullish rally forming on Bitcoin. But on the other hand, if this support level fails to hold, then price could start correcting deeper, possibly pulling back into this order block level right here, before we see any attempt at a reversal. If you want to get access to our Signals group, it's available only for our premium members. And to become a premium member, all you need to do is purchase the AQ Pro indicator, which is currently available for just $1. Once you make the purchase, you'll immediately receive an invite to our premium Signals group, where all the live trade setups are shared in real time. Inside the group, we share every trade idea exactly like this one, including the entries, the targets, the updates, and the live trade management. You can see right here, we're currently long on this trade, and already up by 107% profit. And all these setups are sent directly through our Signal channel as the trades happen. So go ahead and get the AQ Pro indicator now. It's only $1, and it even comes with a 3-day risk-free access, so you can test everything out for yourself. The moment you complete your purchase, you'll get instant access to the premium group and start receiving our live trade setups right away. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.